Prioritizing comfort. It's something we all do subconsciously. Oftentimes it's a survival instinct. We do the objectively safer thing. Avoid the unknown, avoid talking to or getting to know a stranger, avoiding something now, and the inherent risk that's associated with trying something new or going somewhere new. I've noticed areas in my own life where I do this, where I reflect back at the end of the day or at the end of the week and say to myself, I really wish I had just been a little bit more uncomfortable. You see, we are oftentimes in conflict with our biology, the innate primal part of us that's focusing on how to survive. It's embedded deep in our genes, but in the 21st century, survival isn't something we really need to worry about on a day-to-day basis. When I started recognizing parts of me that was avoiding discomfort, I coined the phrase, don't trade discomfort for a bad experience. On this episode, we'll talk about why you shouldn't trade discomfort for a bad experience, why this occurs, the way it comes up in our lives, and how we can address and embrace discomfort to have a better experience in our day-to-day lives. I do a lot of journaling, and the idea of trading discomfort for a bad experience has been one of the things I've recognized in myself and others. I've noticed it when reflecting or journaling at the end of the day, the idea of trading discomfort for a bad experience. Think about this for a second. You're going to trade away discomfort, in fact, and avoid it altogether, but in exchange, you're going to get a bad experience. It sounds like a really bad deal, right? But it's something we all do all the time. So let's think about this for a second. You're going to trade away discomfort, in fact, avoid it altogether, and in exchange, you're going to get a bad experience. It's completely counterintuitive, but we're constantly doing it. Have you ever been afraid to go somewhere new or try something new? Maybe you stayed comfortable but ended up with a worse experience. You traded discomfort for a bad experience. Let's say you skipped an event that you wanted to go to because it felt too uncomfortable. Or maybe you went, but you didn't talk to anybody, and you kind of stuck to your own thing and ended up feeling like it was a waste of time. No connections, no new friends, whatever it might have been that you were after. Have you ever avoided doing something because you were afraid? Maybe it was trying a new hobby, joining a new group, talking to someone new, going to dinner by yourself, going to the museum down the street that you always wanted to go to, but you didn't have a friend that would make you comfortable enough to go together. I've been exploring what's at the core of this for me, and it extends beyond just trying the new thing, but actually putting yourself out there at the new thing. Maybe it's joining a workout class and talking to the people that are in the class, people you may or may not know as regulars, and you're the newbie. The discomfort of being the new person, trying to meet new people. And you might stay in the comfort zone. Maybe you don't go to that museum. Maybe you go to the workout class, but you don't talk to anybody and you go home. But when you reflect, you feel like you had a bad experience, or at least it wasn't the one that you wanted. Now, for the record, this is something we all experience. We're all anxious, nervous from trying new things, and want to stay in our comfort zone. Part of it is that survival instinct. If we're in comfortable environments, we're likely safer from an attack or whatever it may be. But deep down, we know we're safe. So what's really going to happen if we go to that museum by ourselves? It's embedded deep within our biology, the inherent danger of doing something new or exploring the unknown. This is completely normal, and we should embrace it when we see it, accept it, and let ourselves know that we're safe, and it's not necessary for the thing that we're looking to do. It's somewhat similar to letting go of the things that no longer serve us that I talked about in a prior episode. And this one is much less nurture and more on the basis of nature. Our biology is telling us that there's these risks subconsciously, and we revert to that and avoid discomfort. And we have to retrain ourselves that discomfort for certain things is not dangerous or bad for us. In fact, it welcomes opportunity for personal growth. Some people have a fear of public speaking worse than they fear dying. The anxiety cripples us in a way that isn't conducive. I've joined and tried many new things in my life, and the best relationships that I've made, the best times I've had when I reflect, are the times where I was willing to be uncomfortable, to trade comfort in for discomfort, which resulted in a better experience. I remember when I first transferred from community college to a larger school. I felt like I was a big fish in a small pond, and it was just time to take the leap. Nobody in my family history had ever gone away to a 4-year college, and I was embarking into a new territory of the unknown. I remember going to transfer sessions being nervous to talk to a group, put myself out there, but once I did, I made some great connections in the transfer administration sessions, and I had such a better time and experience because of it. And it made it easier to go and talk to others on campus and explore what it was actually like to attend the school now that I had broken out of those comfort barriers. Another part of this is our culture. We're constantly being sold fear. Marketing is selling us something, live in fear, the news, media. You need to buy something in order to not be afraid anymore, or get this product so that you're complete. And we're constantly being fed the same narrative. It reinforces us to trade that discomfort for a bad experience. It's better to stay comfortable and safe versus put yourself out there and potentially make a new connection and have a better time. Sometimes we know it would be so much better to get uncomfortable, but yet we still choose to play it safe. Joseph Campbell talks about the cave you fear to enter holds the treasure you seek. What areas of your life have you put on pause because you were afraid to embrace discomfort? So let's recap. Trading discomfort for a bad experience is a bad deal we often make with ourselves. But by recognizing this and pushing through our natural instincts, we can open ourselves up to better experiences and personal growth. I'm not saying that your natural instincts are wrong and that you should go against them and ignore them. Context is everything. And in the context of this discussion, you're not actually going to die if you go to that new workout class or talk to that stranger or give that public speech, regardless of what your biology may be telling you. Think about areas in your life where you've chosen comfort over growth, and challenge yourself to embrace discomfort and see what you might uncover. Thanks for listening, and if you enjoyed this episode, I hope you would share it with somebody that might need to hear it. Until next time, stay curious and embrace the unknown. You never know what good in life might come from it.